I realized I'm catching feelings because she's in the hospital. 2 months ago, my physically and verbally abusive fiancée left me. I have since started therapy and realized that I was in an abusive relationship amongst other things. She hurt me in so many ways that I stopped loving her. We have a child together that I love dearly and that we share custody over. Just over 6 weeks ago, I reached back out to a friend I had in high school. She was the nicest person I ever met and we bonded over our mutual traumas. We fell out of contact and my ex never let me reach out to her because she was a girl. We started messaging back and forth, and there hasn't been a single day that we haven't talked. She only talks to me and another girl who she has feelings for. I know she is interested in pursuing a relationship with him, but she is taking her time and doing things slowly for her own reasons. The only time we get to see each other is on the Saturday when I don't have my son. She had been feeling sick since Thursday, but she made the effort to see me on Saturday regardless. We ate some food and watched some television until she started feeling sick. She wouldn't speak up about it because that's just how she is, so I told her I was bringing her home because my priority was making sure she was okay. She threw up 4 different times in the 35 minutes ride back. She was sitting in my passenger seat, moaning and groaning, while I would periodically pull over to hold her hair while she threw up on the side of the road. I'd then give her water, hold her for a few minutes, and then help her back into the car. She was absolutely miserable and I realized just how much I actually cared about her. I brought her to her house, and for the first time actually walked her inside. She was grateful that I helped her with all her stuff and made sure she didn't forget anything. I walked her to her bathroom, and asked if she wanted me to stay while she showered since she was home alone. She declined, saying I'd already done enough. I asked if she had water, and she said she would drink from the tap. I went back to my car and grabbed an extra 2 bottles plus the one she was drinking and brought them back in for her. It was just a small gesture, but I could tell that it meant a lot to her. She hugged me, made me promise to text her when I made it home, and promised that she would text me when she got out of the shower and into her room. I let her know when I got home safe, texted her good night, and told her to feel better. On Sunday, she had her brother drive her to the hospital. They gave her pain medicine, a muscle relaxing shot, and sent her home. On Monday, she got sick at work and was sent back to the hospital. She was in agonizing pain, and they kept her there overnight and gave her a CAT scan. This morning, she texted me saying they had her on a liquid diet and that if she was doing better, they'd send her home. 3 hours later, she was throwing it all back up. She texted me saying she was back to square one. She only texted me periodically today because the pain was becoming unbearable, but I tried to keep her spirits up as best as I could and let her know I was here for her. They're keeping her overnight again tonight. I don't know what the point of typing all of this out is, but I realize that I really care about her. I always loved her in a platonic sense of the word, but all I want is to see her better and just back to her usual self. I felt romantic feelings developing for her since the first time we hung out, and after seeing her Saturday, I knew for sure they were real. However, I refuse to say anything about it. I won't be adding to the confusion about whether or not she goes official with the guy she's texting. I refuse to, as a personal line I will not cross, attempt to date her until I'm certain that I want to be with her long term. She's too good of a person for that. I'd feel like the worst person in the world if I pursued a relationship with her before I was emotionally stable enough to be there for her like she deserves. I'd be the biggest a-hole on earth if I broke her heart, so I just can't bring myself to tell her how I feel. If she decides on her own that she doesn't want a relationship with the guy she's talking to, I'll tell her.